Basic check-in. In Leap, click the check-in button. Notice that it defaults to bulk check-in. We can discuss the other options on another day. This is how we tend to proceed. Free days are if you're doing the book drop in the morning. So you want to set it to, if it's one day for just a regular day, maybe 2 days for a weekend, maybe 3 or 4 days for a holiday. But for now, we're going to stick with no free days. Click in the Enter Item Barcode field and begin to scan your items. Okay, you'll notice that it says check-in successful really briefly before it pops out. You heard 2 beeps, one when the scanner read the barcode and another when Leap got the information. And you'll see it populates here. You can see some useful information like the name of the book, whether there's a fine on it, who the previous patron was, who owns this. Continue scanning your items and look for pop-ups. Note here, we have a pop-up that this item is blocked because if there were damage, if there were a problem with the item, it would show up here, and then you could decide whether to continue to check it in. If it's really badly damaged, you'd want to cancel this and hand it over to the head of CIRC. One thing to remember is as you're checking in items, you want to look through them. You want to make sure that they are indeed in good condition and not something that you want to discuss with the head of CIRC or the appropriate full-timer before you check it in. But in this case, since it's only for demo purposes, we will click continue. And you'll notice again, it populated here, went from checked out to available with the other information. Continue checking things in and scanning barcodes. And here is another pop-up you want to look for. This is a hold request, which means that this patron here has requested this item and we want to fill this for them. So we're definitely going to click yes here. And it's going to ask you to print, and you will in this case need to print the slip, which you will then put in the item to put either on the hold shelf or on the out-of-town card. In this case, we will cancel. And continuing to check things in. When you have a multiple piece item like this is a DVD with several pieces, you're going to want to check. There will be a note that says check for multiple pieces. You want to confirm that before you scan it. Once you are satisfied that it is complete, you will click and scan it. Oh, not in the thing. Scan. And you'll see again, we get a pop-up. And in this case, it's going to remind you this item has 4 parts. Please check and make sure it has 4 parts. If it has what it needs, you can click continue. If not, you would click cancel and pass it on to the appropriate full-timer to look into. I don't have an example here, but you might also get an item that pops up and says it belongs to another library. You'll need to say yes, send it to that library, and print the slip, put it in the item. When we're talking about media, you need to put rubber bands around it and put it on the out-of-town cart or in the bins. Basic check-in.